this is just another day in Oakland. This is yesterday. Go ahead and play this, Rob. Oakland, California.
The mall?
They're not doing nothing. And by the way, in front of everybody, boom.
Oh, he's by himself.
This
dude ain't even wearing a mask.
And no one is doing
guy don't get
nothing.
Nobody, look.
By the way, that's already, I think, 14, 16, 18, 19.
Look at it.
19, that's 23.
Oakland.
Right there's $35,000 right
Oakland
there, $40,000.
Oakland in the house.
This guy's efficient.
And guys, watch what the other guy's doing. Nothing. She's just making a phone call. Hey, babe.
Hey, babe.
Where do you want to eat lunch?
Yeah.
Boom. I'm out.
And
Boom.
there's a cop outside. There's a cop car out there?
Oh.
What the hell?
Nothing.
Dude.
Gets in his car.
Oh,
Guys even recording it,
he's
documenting it.
double
Now,
parked.
watch this. Watch this.
He's
Watch
going to
this.
get caught.
Newsom sending 120 California Highway Patrol officers to Oakland to crack down on alarming crime surge, okay? Alarming crime surge. Like, I wonder why. Maybe because it's okay to do so in many parts of California. It's called bad policies have consequences. So California Governor Newsom responds decisively to the surge in crime in Oakland by deploying 120 highway patrol officers, saying what's happening in this beautiful city and surrounding area is alarming and unacceptable, right? This deployment signifies a monumental increase in state law enforcement presence, constituting a 900% surge in personnel, aiming to address the significant rise in violent crime, robbery, vehicle theft rates observed in 2023 with increases of 21%, 38%, and 45% in robbery, vehicle theft rates, respectively, significantly surpassing other urban centers in California. By the way, on top of that, Oakland locals saddened, disappointed after Kaiser warned staffers to stay inside at lunch over crime worries. Okay, I'm not going to read all of these for you. I'm just going to give you the headlines, okay? I mean, California is shocked by electric bill rate hikes like you're getting punished, Californians. And many California residents, such as 90-year-old Dorothy Lovell and Rebecca Gallegos, expressed shock over soaring utility bills, with Lovell describing it as almost like you're getting punished, and Gallegos stating she was blown away by her $162 increase.
Jeez.
Increase. Pacific Gas and Electric Company implemented a $35 monthly increase for customers approved by the California Public Utilities Commission, totaling to over $400 annually, aimed at wildfires, according to PG&E spokesman Lindsay Paolo. PG&E offers assistance programs, relief assistance, et cetera, et cetera. So California, a mess. Oakland, a mess. Prices, a mess. Gas prices, a mess. Electric prices, a mess. Safety, a mess. Yet,
Bill Maher loves
He's a
Newsom.
winner. His hair is
Bill
good.
Maher loves Newsom.
His hair is good. And you forgot the crap in the streets, which is another plus.
So, but by the way, Tom, you see stuff like this. We're all Californians, right? You see the stuff at, Apple Store. The guy steals $50,000 of phones, give or take. I don't know what they sell those phones for nowadays, $2,500, $2,000. And nobody's nothing. Cops outside, not arresting, not doing
security.
That's a cop right outside of Apple doing nothing. What the hell is going on with California, Mr. Thomas Ellsworth?
Well, I'll tell you what's going on. First of all, it's election year, and this is not the first time that Newsom is. And by the way, did you see the word that got dropped into the story there on behalf of Gavin Newsom? Acted decisively to do this. And so basically, he knows his policies have created problems, and now he's trying in an election year to look decisive. He also, about 4 or 5 months ago, we had the folks from England on the show that were talking about recovery from trans, how he had come back.
Yep.
And one of the things he pointed out was that Newsom had recently passed a bill that enhanced sanity and with regard to custody in the courts. Remember that? Mm-hmm. He came sweeping in and did that. And he came sweeping in and said, driverless trucks need to have a co-driver for safety on the roads. This guy is creating problems, and then in an election year, sweeping in to make himself look like he's solving them. That's what's happening in California. The thing on the electric bill tax, how long the state of California has been in bed with PG&E and didn't have them upgrading all that equipment with those long high-tension wires that go through the forest that were arcing and creating the fires. That was aging equipment. Guess what? Now everybody in California gets to pay for it. You know, this is a failed leader. This guy is coming out here feigning, you know, that he's out there trying to help and be your hero. He's not. He's created the problems. He's perpetuated the problems. And now, oh, it's election year. I'm sending 120 highway patrol guys to come help you. Wait a minute. This is not Somalia. Oakland has a police force. Greenlight them to do their job rather than handcuffing them and not allowing them to stop what they regard as petty theft. Petty theft, remember in California, that if it was under $1,000, it's okay? So when they break a window in San Francisco,
can you right there? Okay.
Break a window in San Francisco, grab a backpack. Hey, that's only $1,000. That's petty theft. And what do? You get rampant crime. This guy, that's not petty theft. This guy just committed grand theft, which even in California is $5,000. That's grand theft. 5 iPhones is at $5,000. That's grand theft. Just greenlight the Oakland Police Department to do their job rather than handcuffing them in a state that still has this underlying, defund the police thing. And now Gavin Newsom is sending highway patrol people from Sacramento to go help Oakland. Just let the police department do their freaking job.
My question to you is, Tom, going all the way back, Adam always says follow the money. So I'm trying to follow what in your right mind as a governor, I get to defund the police, but what is why are you trying to let it so okay for them to steal and no security can chase them? I mean, remember that Zoom that he had?
It's redistribution. It's socialist redistribution. They want them to steal.
They're incentivizing them to go and do it, and you're not going to get in trouble.
I feel like California is the epitome of your feelings matter more than facts.
Yeah.
I feel like California is just this. It's the most beautiful state in the union. We get it. It's gorgeous. The mountains, the oceans, the beaches, the highways. It's so beautiful. But then when you peel back the curtain, so to speak, and you look at the actual data and the facts, it's a freaking disaster. Everyone I talk, I'm the only one here who's never lived in California, right? I've spent time there, but I'm a Florida guy. I didn't really realize, I tell the story all the time about how me and Ricky would always argue about politics, what have you, because I didn't fully understand what an absolute shit show it is, literally, out in California. I had no idea. If it's different if you go on vacation for a week or two, you go to LA, you see what's going on.
Yeah, you're not.
Go to the beach, no big deal. You go to a couple parties, go to
Malibu.
dinner. Yeah. You're not living there. You're not stepping over homeless people. You're not getting robbed Mike Malika was over here the other day. He showed us a video of a guy in his house that day robbing his house.
Privately. He showed that afterwards.
Okay, sorry. I don't know if that was a private thing, but he talked about it. Yeah. He basically said California is like an ex-girlfriend that you can't escape. It just seems like a slow drip of stories of see what they did here in California, see what they did here in California, you see what's going on here, see what's going on here. And then at what point are people just be like, if someone pushes you and pushes you and pushes you and pushes you, at what point are you gonna be like, dude, get the fuck off of me?
And you want to trip out too? Because I have conversations because I lived there for almost 20 years, right, Adam? I'm getting texts in a group text with me and Brady of liberal, you know what they're saying to me? California is getting better. It's not that bad. New York is getting better. These are delusional people that can't admit when something is broken, bro, because they're going to look like crap because they're so dedicated to this point.
I used to think in when I ran my insurance company, in every insurance company, in every business you run, you have people that you can never win them over.
Ever.
They're delusional, they're complainers. And they're always going to complain and bitch about the fact that it's not fair. I can't believe you did this and da-da-da-da-da. And I spent God knows how many years of my career trying to convert those people until I finally realized they're chronically crap magnets and they've been like that their entire lives and only they can change themselves. I can't. Crap magnets, there is 80% of the world that are crap magnets. They attract bad shit to their lives, okay? They attract drama. They attract issues. There's always bad things happening to them. If you try to subscribe your life to trying to convert crap magnets into independent people, you will live a very miserable life. I was miserable for many years until I sat there and I realized, hey, leave these guys alone. Because if you're trying to convert them over, they're eventually going to baptize you into being a crap magnet. You have to be very careful with that. Spend time with people who have hope, who are reasonable, who are willing to have conversations. And if you can show them proof with data and a decent argument and a good argument, and within time, eventually they go and do their own independent research, they're eventually going to say what? This makes sense, man. Yeah, it makes sense, man. When I first started talking about Texas to my guys, they're like, this guy's out of his mind. I'd never live in Texas. You're out of your freaking mind. Every one of my original guys, Vinny, when I tell you, Tom, yes or no, 100% of the original guys that started with me that were making less than 100K per year with us, 100% of them, Vinny, are all in Texas.
Are you and they
not
love
in the same city.
Oh, really?
But they're all in Texas.
And they're chilling.
Austin, Houston, Dallas, you name it. San Antonio. I'm telling you, San Antonio, they're all in Texas.
And by the way, they're not there just for the taxes. These people, and they move their organizations there, are thriving.
Oh, I saw it.
And by the way, they're great human beings. They're great leaders, phenomenal parents, incredible parents, multimillionaires, financially free, and eventually, because they could reason, okay, because they were able to understand the argument being made, they eventually said, yeah, of course, this makes sense. What the hell am I doing living in California?
Yeah.
Okay. What am I doing living in California? Going and dealing. And by the way, we still have a massive presence in California. Mm-hmm. The people that don't want to leave, they're like, there's no way in the world I'm going to leave California. I'm here,
the weather,
ride or die, whatever. Well, maybe they live in some good conservative counties that they kind of leave them alone. To each his own. Totally get that. What's the moral of the story here? The moral of the story isn't you're going to convert everybody. You don't need to convert everybody. There's people that will never leave that place. Why don't certain people live certain countries that are just absolutely terrible? You can't leave the 80% of people that see themselves as that. They have an identity issue. But enough people are sitting there and saying, damn, I can't do this anymore. This is getting crazy. And these are not liberals, Republicans, or independents, or libertarians. These are just reasonable people that are saying, logically, I can't live in California anymore. And they're leaving. Enough of them are going to do that in New York, in D.C., in all these different places. So last time on Tuesday, we announced anybody that buys the Future Looks Bright hats and the gear, and we said we want 1 million people wearing this gear during these strange times. We want people walking around saying, hey, I believe future looks bright, and getting the reaction from other people when you wear that shirt. At the end of today's podcast, we'll be taking a raffle. We have everyone's orders. We'll take a raffle. 2 people will win a ticket, $750 to come to the Vol Conference. We'll be announcing that at the end of the podcast. And on top of that, today, we have some stuff that we haven't given away. We're continuing this. We sold out of a couple of our hats, by the way, on Tuesday. Instantly, 3 hats sold out. But anybody that buys any of these gears, Rob, can we show this on the camera so people can see it? Pick any one of these hats and one of the Future Looks Bright shirts. Okay, go a little lower. You got the purple one. You got the white one. Pick any of these trucker hats for some of you guys that want the Valuetainment logo with U.S. flag next to it. We also got the PBD podcast hat there as well. You pick the black or white Future Looks Bright hat. Choose any of these combination hat and a shirt. You do. Next week, what we're doing is we'll be giving away one of the Ryan Garcia signed gloves, a Trevor Bauer signed ball, and 5 signed Choose Your Enemies Wisely live next Tuesday at the end of the podcast.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.